Bangladesh, Vietnam, China. Every shirt, every pair of jeans has a story. But what if that story was built on broken walls and buried lives? In April 2013, a building called Rana Plaza in Bangladesh collapsed in just 90 seconds. Inside were thousands of garment workers, mostly young women, making cheap clothes for the biggest global brands. When the dust cleared, 1934 people were dead, and the world was forced to ask, what does it really cost to make our clothes so cheap? This is not just a story about a building. It's a lesson in supply chain greed, worker safety, and how hidden cracks, ignored for profit, can kill. Dhaka, Bangladesh, one of the world's biggest hubs for fast fashion. Millions of people, mostly women, work in factories sewing clothes for brands we see every day. The industry fuels the economy, but it comes at a human cost. Low wages, long hours, and unsafe working conditions are the norm. In 2013, Rana Plaza was an 8-story commercial building in the suburb of Savar. It wasn't meant to hold heavy garment factories. It was originally built for shops and offices, but more floors were added illegally and generators vibrated the weakened structure every day. On April 23rd, cracks appeared in the building's walls and pillars. Office workers and bank employees were told to go home. But factory managers ordered garment workers to keep working the next day. They threatened that workers would lose their pay if they refused. Many were terrified, but they were even more afraid of losing the little money they earned to feed their families. On the morning of April 24, 2013, more than 3,000 workers filled the building's crowded floors. The generators kicked on, the walls shuddered, and within seconds, the entire building crumbled like a house of cards. Concrete slabs pancaked onto sewing machines, threads and fabric covered the rubble like a burial shroud. Thousands were trapped. Rescue workers and ordinary people clawed through the debris with their bare hands, pulling out survivors and bodies for weeks. The numbers were shocking. 1,134 people killed. More than 2,500 injured, many left disabled for life. Families lost mothers, daughters, sisters, the ones who supported whole households on a few dollars a day. The world woke up to horrifying images, rows of crushed bodies, survivors telling stories of being trapped for days, drinking their own sweat to stay alive. All for clothes that might sell for the price of a burger. Building owners and factory bosses were blamed. They cut corners, bribed inspectors, and threatened workers. But the truth was bigger. Global brands were part of the problem too. They demanded cheaper, faster production, but often looked away from how it was done. Plaza was a turning point. The world demanded change. Protests erupted in Bangladesh. International pressure forced brands and governments to act. New safety pacts were signed, like the Accord on Fire and Building Safety in Bangladesh, requiring inspections, repairs, and worker rights to refuse unsafe work. Today, more than 1,600 factories have been inspected under these agreements. Tens of thousands of safety issues have been fixed, but challenges remain. Workers still face long hours, low pay, and factories often push limits to cut costs. Some brands pulled out instead of paying more, leaving workers jobless. Rana Plaza didn't just expose one building's flaws, it exposed the cracks in the global fast fashion industry. Every cheap shirt comes with a hidden price. Workers thousands of miles away pay with their health, safety, and sometimes their lives. So next time you buy clothes, ask, who made this? Was it safe for them? Support brands that take real responsibility for their workers, demand transparency, speak up for stronger safety standards. Rana Plaza's victims can't be brought back, but their sacrifice shouldn't be forgotten. It's a reminder that safety is everyone's responsibility, from the factory floor to the fitting room. Every label has a story. Let's make sure it's one built on dignity, fairness, and life, not buried in rubble. Learn from the past. Protect the future. Safety, fairness, and human lives must always come before profit.